Tonight on 10 at 10, Hot Pursuit. What started a high-speed chase spanned 2 counties and put 4 children in danger.
Plus, investigators have released the name of a woman who assaulted a man with an axe last night. How the victim is responding to treatment.
And street troubles. How much money has the city added to its fund for making repairs to the increased amount of potholes due to winter weather? Abilene's local news starts now.
From Abilene's first television station, your news. In your community, this is KRBC, Abilene's local news at 10.
Good evening, I'm Randy Turner.
And I'm Dane Murray. Thanks for joining us for KRBC's 10 at 10, where you get your top stories and tomorrow's forecast all in the first 10 minutes.
With our top story tonight, a high-speed chase that spanned 2 counties, lasted nearly 2 hours, came to an end with 3 people in custody. We've learned that 4 children were inside of the vehicle during this pursuit. The chase began after a witness reported shots were fired by a male in a black car on the 2400 block of Fannin Street. The suspect led law enforcement onto Highway 277 into Jones County. He stopped at Dollar General in Merkel, took off in a Chevy Impala. Law enforcement eventually stopped the car at FM 707 near Interstate 20 in Tye. That's where officers made the arrest. Here is a look at the chase from gunshots to handcuffs. This is one of the people that led police on a chase that spanned 2 counties. Abilene police acted fast after reports came in of shots being fired on the 2400 block of Fannin Street in North Abilene. The incident quickly escalated when the driver of a Cadillac left the area.
The suspect went out to Jones County, and we actually encountered him a couple times out there. He kept evading the police.
And that's when things got interesting.
Eventually went to Merkel and switched out vehicles.
According to law enforcement, a woman and a child got out of the car when the driver stopped at the Dollar General and Merkel. He then made a pit stop at Haines Street, where he and his passenger got out of the car he was driving, hopped into a Chevy Impala, and took off again. Law enforcement says thanks to the community, they were able to catch up to him.
Witness was able to, the community people were very good and was able to put us on him again, and we stopped him right over here at 707 off I-20.
And that's where the incident came to an end.
He is in custody, the original shooter is, along with 2 other people for possession of narcotics.
The 3 that are in custody aren't the only ones that were involved.
There are, I think, a total of 4 children, 3 here at this location and 1 in Merkel. CPS has been called and they are en route to take care of the children.
Multiple agencies responded to the situation. The Abilene Police Department, the Taylor County Sheriff's Office, Jones County Sheriff's Office, and the Department of Public Safety were all involved in the chase. The names of the 3 people arrested have not been released. They were all found to be in possession of methamphetamine. Officers on scene said the children would be taken care of by Child Protective Services. To watch a live report from the scene after the suspect's arrest, visit our website, bigcountryhomepage.com. Well, in 24 hours, the Big Country will likely resemble a winter wonderland again. That's our forecast, and on your screen is one of the reasons why. Another round of frigid cold has entered the Texas Panhandle tonight. It will move quickly through the Big Country tomorrow morning. And on 3D Live radar, you notice some areas of rain and some advisories. The northern Big Country in a winter weather advisory starts at 3 o'clock tonight, lasting into Thursday, and the eastern Big Country under winter weather advisories tomorrow into Thursday, mainly because roads are expected to get icy and hazardous late in the day tomorrow and tomorrow night. As for rain, it's light. It is moving to the northeast. We do expect rain here in Abilene before midnight. Some heavier showers with a few small storms beginning to develop out in southwest Texas. School bus forecast, a rainy morning, rapidly colder before noon, sleet possible late afternoon. Temperature at school time in the morning, 43 degrees with rain. And this is the warmest part of the day. I'll have the timeline for wintry weather in a few minutes. New tonight at 10, a motorcyclist was hit by a vehicle in South Abilene. The accident happened around 6:30 this evening on Bruce Drive and Rebecca Lane. According to witnesses, a vehicle turned onto Bruce and hit the motorcycle. According to police, the man suffered injuries to his leg. He was not wearing a helmet at the time of the accident. Police have released the name of the woman responsible for striking a man in the neck with an axe. The woman was believed to be under the influence of narcotics at the time of the incident when police arrived to a residence on the 3300 block of Russell Avenue. They found the victim bleeding from the neck. The victim was transported to Hendrick Medical Center, and police say he is listed in critical but stable condition.
The man told police 32-year-old Crystal Whitley hit him in the neck with an axe. Police found Whitley standing on top of a storage shed at the home. After a short struggle, officers were able to take Whitley into custody. Whitley was arrested on 2 felony counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, resisting arrest, and possession of a controlled substance.
A family is left without a place to call home after a weekend fire destroyed it. The family was not at home at the time of the blaze, but it was a neighbor who informed the homeowner about the fire. Casey Cortez, the homeowner, says she lost everything inside her home, including furniture and clothing. Witnesses say they saw large clouds of smoke with flames, and they heard glass shattering from the windows. Cortez says the family is just devastated this happened to them.
I'm feeling very upset and sad. Like, I've been doing this for 9 years by myself. I'm a single mom with 3 kids, and just when I thought everything was okay, like, this disaster just happened.
She says that she had to stay at a motel since the fire and will be staying with friends after tonight. The cause of the fire is still under investigation.
The winter weather is giving Abilene streets a whole lot of trouble. But the problem goes beyond the slippery surfaces. According to Abilene City Street Services Division, with all the rain and winter storms the city has had, potholes are expected to increase from 2,500 a month to about 3,000.
With the substantial increase, the city is adding about $10,000 to its fund for repairing the potholes.
And KRBC Shannon Valladolid spoke to residents about the everyday battle between their car tires and potholes.
Well, that didn't sound good.
I have to drive through it every day.
Brandy Lillard lives in a street infested with potholes. Every time she has to drive, she runs the risk of damaging her tires.
I've had to pay $750 just for some new tires.
And for her, that's not even the most dangerous part.
Driving around the potholes trying to get away from them, I've almost hit another vehicle.
Now, potholes have been popping up all over Abilene, especially after the winter storm. And they're not just on roads, they're on parking lots too. I want you to take a look here at this parking lot. There is about 5 potholes that you can see, and if you actually take a ruler and measure one of them, it comes out to 2 inches, and that's not even the worst one I've seen. Across town, another Abilene resident dealing with the same issue.
There are some that I'm pretty sure you could step in and it'll go to your ankle. If you're not watching where you're going, that could lead to a twisted ankle. When you have a car that sits low to the ground like mine, there's a lot to be cautious of, such as busting a radiator, your oil pan.
But the city of Abilene has been on top of it and has had workers patching up any potholes they could find.
It's been bad. Yeah, really bad.
And as many as we've seen, we can just expect more.
Average is about 2,000 to 2,500 a month. And when we have a lot of rain or a lot of ice, those numbers can go up significantly.
In Abilene, Shannon Valladolid, KRBC News.
Thank you, Shannon. The city budgets $50,000 a year to purchase material for repairs, but now the amount has increased to $60,000.
Now, your first alert forecast with Chief Meteorologist Randy Turner.
Well, we don't have any ice to worry about tonight, only rain on the roads, but ice is expected tomorrow night and Thursday morning. Let's go to the weather headlines. The rain begins tonight, as we'll show you in just a minute, but no ice tonight. Rain changes to sleet tomorrow afternoon. Ice on overpasses entirely possible by 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. All right, let's have a look at the official numbers for the day today, beginning with rainfall. We had no rainfall to measure today. We've had 1/100ths here for the month of March, 352 for the year, so well above our 254 average. Did you know today is the first day since February 22nd that Abilene hasn't recorded at least a trace of rainfall? It's been nice to see all the moisture coming down, whatever form it has taken. Well, today's high was 58, the record high 90 in 1974, 37 this morning, cold as 11 degrees, and we had that 11 degrees last year on today's date. That's the coldest ever. And 142 is the most rain ever on today's date in 1981. All right, the cold front has made it through Amarillo. It's 44 there, but it's 50 across the rest of the Lone Star State. The 60s on the coast. Temperatures right now here in the Big Country. Well, we have the mid-50s here across our southern counties. We're getting to 49 now. The chilly spot here in Stanford, 50 degrees. Jayton, Aspermont, Knox City, it's 50 in Snyder and 53 in Sweetwater, as well as here in Abilene and Breckenridge. All right, let's check out the rest of Abilene's numbers. We have 53 degrees under calm winds at the Abilene Regional Airport. Humidity at 83%. Dyess Air Force Base with an easterly wind that's mainly calm, and the temperature is 51 degrees. Visibility, not too much of an issue. Coleman, Abilene, Sweetwater, and Snyder. But there's fog in the eastern big country. Check out Comanche, 1/4 mile visibility, and the visibility has dropped to 5 miles in Breckenridge. And just before I came on to give the weather tonight, it looks like we've expanded the winter weather advisory. We've been telling you about the northern counties under 1 through midnight Thursday. We've been telling you about our eastern counties, Breckenridge and Eastland, under the winter weather advisory, as well as Comanche and Goldthwait. But the big country itself, the central big country, including Abilene, Sweetwater, Stanford, Haskell, Rotan, Albany, and Callahan County, you have been included just now in the winter weather advisory, and that will last through Thursday morning. We're expecting ice. That's the reason for it. Here comes some light rain moving up through Sweetwater towards Anson and Stanford tonight. That rain back down towards Blackwell and into the Robert Lee area. Movement to the northeast. It's a bit heavier out here in southwest Texas, coming through Ira Ann, and then another batch building out southwest of there. All right, so I promised you the timeline of events. Here is showers by 12:30 in the morning. One shower moves out. More take over by 5:30 in the morning. Widespread showers by 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Here we are at 12:30 tomorrow afternoon. More rain, and then the cold air gets here, and the mix begins by late afternoon tomorrow. Wintry mix, sleet, freezing rain mixing in with the rain, and then the rain moves south, and the ice takes over along and south of Interstate 20. But maybe some heavy rain down around Brownwood tomorrow night. And then here is the freezing wintry precipitation, plus the blue is snow, and there it is at 1:30 on Thursday morning, and then ending by pre-sunrise Thursday, and then the clouds should clear out by Thursday afternoon. So let's see how much rain we may be getting out of this particular system, and fairly generous. South of Interstate 20, 1/2 inch to 1 inch is possible. 43 tonight, rain, isolated thunderstorms, the cold front approaching. Tomorrow's high by 5 o'clock, 30. Morning rain, afternoon sleet, icy roads late, wind chills in the 20s. Bitterly cold tomorrow. 7-day weather forecast. Well, ice to be an issue Wednesday night and Thursday morning. We have a 90% chance of rain and wintry mix tomorrow. Gone by Thursday morning, but hazardous roads still prevail Thursday. Minor improvement in temperature Friday in the 40s, then finally a slow warming trend. Sunny conditions, and that's this weekend with highs back in the 60s, nearing 70 by early next week.
Coming up next on 10 at 10, a Texas priest is bringing the confession room to your smartphone. What app is allowing users to practice the sacrament without stepping foot inside the church?
Booming in Brownwood, how an entire town's turning around after some community-wide development in TLC.
You're watching KRBC, Abilene's local news, with Dane Moray and Chief Meteorologist Randy Turner.